And I'm David. And we're talking about Survivor David's Goliaths, episode 5.
Oh boy.
I'm sad. I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad about the way this one ended. Not that I disagree with the decisions.
Right.
But we'll get to those.
But the way we got to it makes my head spin.
Yes.
So let's start from the beginning.
Right. So of course it's the usual like fallout from the vote. Kara is shocked at the flip and she's sort of confronting Alec like, what happened? Like, why was I not in the loop?
And she's saying all the right things of like, oh no, I get it. Like
right.
she's not gonna be mad at Alex to his face.
Right.
But she is concerned about herself. She's clearly on the bottom of this group now and she's saying that. That makes sense.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like, I felt it in my gut. I had to go with my gut, which is like kind of a non-answer.
I mean, that's of course.
Yeah.
I just had it in my gut.
Sure.
Okay.
Then it just starts pouring again.
Oh my gosh, the storms are coming through.
Oh my God. Then they get evacuated.
To the point that they're evacuated.
I have never seen as long as I've been watching Survivor, but apparently it has happened before.
One other time that they had to be evacuated, and they leave on day 12, come back day 14, and I was like, whoa, where'd they go? What happened?
I did wonder.
All of a sudden they're back.
When they come back to like the wreckage of their camps, I'm like, did production stage this at all? But like, I'm sure it was a bad storm, you know, but I wondered if there was any kind of like, let's knock down some like things and make it look worse than it is. But,
well, who knows? But I did read, information about this, and they said that production did place some cameras out there because the storm was coming and they were all clearing out. So they were trying to catch some storm damage. Yeah. But also they were kept separate. They were like sequestered. They weren't allowed to play the game. Right. Everything had to stop. They appeared to me that they showered.
Yeah.
Didn't they look like they came back a little, cleaner, a little happier, a little healthier? Right. But whatever, it was only 2 days, so here we are back gaming.
Yes, and then we go into the reward challenge, and this is the first look at the new Vuku tribe, right? And so the Goliaths are kind of looking around like, okay, Natalia's gone. I guess Goliath's
How did we lose a Goliath?
Isn't working out. Yeah, so there's that. And then they're playing for chickens and eggs, and everyone's very excited for like the possibility of protein at this point. Now this one, this is the one that's close throughout, right?
This is the one that Teva starts with a lead, but Vuku ends up winning.
Right, because Alec is like super good with the slingshot at the end.
Got lucky with that slingshot.
Yeah, and then Elizabeth is pretty capable with it too. They're like the VIPs of the Vuku tribe, and they get the chickens for their reward. And then I believe it's Jabini, right, who gets second place?
Yeah, they get second place with the eggs. I was shocked that our super group with Dan and John didn't pan out, but whatever, it was just reward.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But that takes us to a whole egg debacle.
Oh my God.
Because gosh, we can't just get eggs and...
There cannot be an afternoon that goes by where Natalie is not bossing people around and telling them exactly how she expects things to be done.
Oh, Natalie. She is like great for TV, but super hard to live with when you're out on an island just trying to get by.
Right. And she's just like, we need to boil the eggs. We gotta boil them all. And Lear's just like, kind of trying to come at her with like a little bit of like culinary knowledge, maybe some science.
Some educated information.
Right, and Natalie's like, I don't care about that. Like, we need to boil them all. That turns into a whole thing, and Lear's just feeling like, nobody's listening to me, and I went to school for this, I got my master's. So it's just more of Natalie, like, grating on people and rubbing people the wrong way.
You actually don't have to refrigerate eggs, guys. That's just an American thing. So the whole fact that was a to-do is, like, silly.
I know.
Once you boil them, you do have to refrigerate them. So it actually didn't make sense, but I thought it was interesting that Larissa was, like, trying to say information, but she didn't really put her foot down because I guess you probably can't with Natalie. Like, what can you really do besides like being like, listen to me?
Yeah, totally.
And what good does that do?
Yeah. Then on Vuku, we see Kara sort of trying to like go on a little bit of a charm offensive herself because she realizes she's on the bottom. Alec has flipped and now he's in with the David, so she has to like out charm him. But Elizabeth's not really buying it.
I just love, by the time she gets to Elizabeth is so smart, you guys, and no one takes her seriously, at least not yet.
Yeah.
She really is going to skate by for a while, I think.
You're right, yeah.
She's like listening to her, and she's like, I get it.
Right.
You're still my target.
Yeah, right, yeah.
She's like, I might be able to manipulate her because she's in this position, but I'm with Alec.
Totally. And why wouldn't she be? Because Alec is the one who flipped to vote with her and save her from elimination.
He has proven his loyalty so far.
Yeah. Kara hasn't really done anything except talk, so...
Elizabeth Smart, you guys.
Right.
Oh my god, Brochahos!
Yes, on the Teva tribe. This was just...
I can't love this tribe more.
Right.
Those two bros have taken in our favorite little nerd.
Oh my God.
It's so adorable. I can't stand it.
Yes.
And they're all brochachoing around.
Right.
And
Christian is the head of awesome stuff.
He's going to be the HAS, the head of awesome stuff. It's too much. I love it so much.
Yes. And, we're sort of seeing like Gabby's sort of still on the outs a little bit.
Still on the out, because she's not a brochacho. What are you going to do?
Yeah. So then we go to immunity.
Immunity. Oh my gosh. The end of this one was so intense.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that.
It's very close throughout, right? Of course there's like mini stages to it, but the final thing is this like snake thing with the bow, and they're trying to move the ball
You're moving
along.
a ball up, but along a curve, or it's gonna fall down.
Right.
And John starts it, Alec starts it, and Nick starts it.
Yeah.
Alec drops, then John drops.
Yeah.
And the difference now, when John drops, Christian jumps up and is like, I'll tag you out and I'll do it.
Right.
Which you're like, is
that a good idea? Yeah. Because like John is sort of getting a feel for it, and Christian has never done it before, so you think like, is that a good idea?
And we see Alec, like, he dropped and started again, and it's kind of like, I got it.
Yeah.
So like, he's flying through this.
Right.
Now, Nick never drops it, but he's still just like kind of slowly catching up.
Too cautious, yeah.
But they seriously are at the end of this thing
They're
all together.
all at the top, yes. But it was amazing watching Christian go through it, because I could like see his brain working, and you know the thing was sort of bowed in a certain way, and the snake curves kind of followed that, and he just would like swoop the ball through, and it was like he was just racing up that snake. I was like,
he was moving so fast.
Yes, right.
Like it was like a beautiful mind watching
totally.
his mind work, and he's like,
yep.
And you're like, what?
Yeah.
How did he do that?
Alec was first,
Alec wins first, and then right behind him.
Oh yeah, Christian.
Christian got it.
And poor Nick, he didn't drop, but he just took too long. He was too cautious.
Right there.
End. Yeah.
But a little too late.
Yeah.
And so that means
Javini's headed to tribal.
Going to tribal.
And now we get to Jacket Gate.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
So,
what was happening here?
Never seen so much drama over a jacket.
And I don't fully understand how this was supposed to play out. Okay, we have 3 Goliaths, right? Which Teva do they want to get rid of? Well, Lairs is the one they haven't connected with. What is she contributing?
Right.
She's the one they're talking about.
Yes.
But obviously, there's also been some chatter about Natalie from the get-go.
Right, because she's always grading on people, so she's always a little bit of a target.
Her name is kind of around too. But before we get to that, Angelina says, let's vote out Lyrsa, and I want her jacket.
Right, because she runs cold, right? And
okay, I run cold. Why did you not bring a jacket? I would not have gone anywhere without a jacket. I don't right now go anywhere without a jacket.
Right.
You sent me out to an island?
To an island with no protection from the elements?
Come on, girl.
So, I don't know, maybe the cyclone whisked away her jacket and we just don't know about it.
Well, she does have a lightweight something, but obviously it's not enough.
So she's literally like, I think she kind of says it half in jest to Natalie, but she's like, I honestly want to vote out Lyrsa because like, I want that jacket. Yeah. And Natalie then takes it like, well, I'm going to get you that jacket.
Challenge accepted.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm in sales. I'll get that jacket for you. So she goes and talks to Nick because he's also got a jacket.
He does.
And I honestly can't remember all of the specifics of what happened, but jacket was just said so many times.
Is she made it very clear that she needed the jacket. Right. She didn't specify if it was for her, Angelina, or what, but she made it clear a jacket was important.
Right.
And just boldly says, is this jacket worth $1 million to you?
Yeah.
And I honestly love that Nick stood his ground from the get-go. He didn't let her walk all over. He was like, wait, what are you saying? Are you trying to bully me?
I'm not bullying you.
Right.
I'm negotiating.
I love when you can just don't get worked up. You just are like, wait, what? I don't let's be clear about what you're doing right now, you know?
Right.
But it obviously puts a bad taste in his mouth.
Absolutely. But I just am like unclear when it pivoted to Nick's jacket from Lyrsa's. It was just all about like Natalie was going to accept any jacket.
Yeah, I think Natalie was just like, let's get a jacket. Maybe she was going to try to use Nick to get Lyrsa's jacket. That's what I thought she was doing from the beginning.
Yes.
But obviously it went wrong real quick.
And also like, what are the logistics of getting that jacket?
What are the logistics,
if you vote Lyrsa out, she's gonna leave with the jacket unless she accidentally leaves it behind. So what is your goal here?
Was Angelina trying to sneak the jacket so that Lyrsa leaves it behind and then she's like, I just don't understand how you thought you were getting the jacket.
Right.
Anyway, let's move on because I was like, what are we doing? Why is so much time being spent on this jacket? This is so weird. But Nick's now in a bad mood. He goes to Lyrsa, then he goes to Mike, and it's like, what's
going on?
Natalie's gotta go.
Yeah.
But Mike, being the smart player that he is like, I can't just blindside Angelina. We gotta loop her in, like we need to go talk to her. And so Nick does try to talk to Angelina. We know she's just humoring him, just entertaining his conversation. But then we do see Mike talk to her.
We do. Yeah, and he does a little bit of like, look, like Natalie's just the worst, and we all know it. We get the soundbite from Angelina where she says like, Natalie thinks I'm voting for Lyrsa, and Lyrsa thinks I'm voting for Natalie. So like, Angelina feels like she's in the middle, but like, as we'll see, she's not really the one in the middle, but...
Yeah. Okay, tribal.
Then we go to tribal.
Oh boy.
And it's just more about the jacket.
It's more jackets and more eggs.
Everybody's upset at Natalie, and Natalie, she kind of takes these things in stride very well. She's like, look, Jeff, like, it seems like I'm always the one who's in trouble up here. I'm always the one who's struggling. And he's like, is that new for you? And she's like, I'm never the center of drama in my real life. And I fell out of my chair. I was like, that cannot be true. That is a bold-faced lie.
If she thinks that that's true, we're back to that whole self-not-aware thing.
Yes, right. But she insists that in her real life, you know, she's in sales, but, you know, she was just negotiating with Nick.
This was a negotiation tactic, not bullying.
Right.
Okay, I honestly thought that negotiation tactic was very similar to a man whipping his penis out to his secretary in the office and saying, but don't you want to be promoted?
Right.
Like, it's kind of in the same world.
You were like forcing people's hands. Like, it wasn't like, I'll give you this for this. It was like, if you don't give me that jacket, you're going to lose $1 million.
It's just not tasteful.
That kind of thing, yeah. And so then Mike kind of chimes in and he's like, you know, Natalie has a way about her that is not pleasant necessarily. So then Jeff is like, wow, Natalie, like you've had an issue with Angelina, you've had an issue with Mike, and Natalie's like, have I had an issue with you, Angelina? And Angelina's like, no, we've just had differences. We've had differences, Jeff.
And then Jeff's like, and then Angelina, you just like want to appease everyone here. And he's like, So we go to vote.
Yes.
And we're pretty sure we've got Mike and Lyrsa.
I'm pretty sure.
And Nick.
Yeah.
And we don't really care if we have Angelina at this point. And Angelina knows that, so she doesn't need to vote Natalie out. She can save face and be like, no, I voted for Goliath.
Yeah,
you know, like,
true.
Mike's the one that turned. Like, she knows that she has the freedom to do that.
Right.
And that's exactly what happens. Yes. We've got 2-2, and then we got a third vote, and Natalie's gone.
Lyrsa's very relieved. Like, you could tell that Lyrsa was not 100% confident that she was going to stay. No. And I don't think that it was a foregone conclusion. Like, she was rightfully relieved.
Yeah.
The best part of the whole episode is when Natalie walks to get her torch, and Angelina won't let it go.
Angelina literally says,
hey, Natalie, can I have your jacket? Can I have your jacket? Hey.
Silence.
And then she's...
Silence.
So she says it again.
Natalie.
Louder, right? Like, hey, Natalie. Like, she won't stop. And Natalie is like, won't even look back. Yeah. Natalie, can I have your jacket?
Not even a turn.
Right.
Not an acknowledgement at all.
Right.
Natalie just walks off. And then makes sure she wears that jacket for a little interview at the end.
Yes.
I was losing it. Oh my gosh.
Funny.
Natalie,
is there any way I could get your jacket?
Natalie.
It was too good. It was too good. because like, and Natalie afterwards was like, classic Natalie. She's like, why would I give this to her? I don't know if she flipped on me. So like, I didn't have to give her my jacket, and so I didn't.
No,
and that
that's
just
so true.
Honestly, that's who Natalie is.
Yes.
She doesn't care about you, Angelina.
No.
She didn't want to give you a hug on the way out. She's gonna take her jacket and go.
Oh my gosh, Natalie Napalm until the end.
I know, so I'm a little sad to lose her just because she was so entertaining to watch.
Great for TV.
But I get it. I probably would have voted her out too.
Look, she's not just a nuisance at camp. That woman is really good talker.
Yep.
She can be manipulative. And her whole, I'm not a threat, I'm older and not good at challenges. Like, that's a great strategy for moving forward. So I don't feel like they just got her out because she's annoying.
She was definitely a threat.
She was, absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think that...
She's an icon. Are you kidding me?
Already? After like 5 episodes, she's like a legend.
Yes.
But like, I think now that you bring that up, her strategy of like, I'm not a threat and I'm old and this and that, she kind of dropped that. And I think that's a little bit what failed her in the end, because like that was a really good strategy to say like, there are bigger threats. People like think beyond your discomfort with me in the current moment and think further along in this game, like, I'm not a threat, I can't do anything physically. That's really her only move. Yeah. And she wasn't doing that at this
She did express that she was Goliath strong, but she didn't express why they needed to be Goliath strong. She didn't express getting David's out or like why that was important.
Right.
And so that strategy of like, I'm not a threat, there's bigger threats to get out, no one was saying that Lyrsa was a threat.
Yeah.
Or that Nick was a threat. Like, there was no one arguing that, or at least that we didn't see. I mean, they could have edited it out because, gosh, we had eggs and jackets to talk about. Oh my
God, yes. But like, you know, as soon as Jeff called Natalie out for like, well, it seems like you just need to get the last word, it was like, yeah, you're really just difficult to live with. And like, I don't want to do it anymore. And that's all it took to get her out. Like,
wait, did we miss Dan's idol?
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about that.
Whoa, back it up. Dan, I was distracted by Brochahos.
Yes, yeah.
And completely forgot that Dan finds a clue.
Yes.
At camp for an idol. This is he already has an idol.
Yeah.
And then it's one of those that you have to get during the immunity challenge.
Yeah,
and
he pulls it off.
Totally pulls it off.
Pulls it off.
Everyone is so intently watching the challenge that they don't even notice he's over there like messing around.
Whips it out and sticks it in his underwear and now he's got 2.
I love that he's like, I didn't realize I was gonna be this good of a player. And I was like, okay. Slow your roll there, Dan.
Pump the brakes a little bit.
You're adorable.
Right.
But if Kara were on your tribe right now, you wouldn't be playing well. You're saved by the fact that you're not distracted by a female at this point.
Yeah. So, but, I mean, that's a great thing to have in his pocket because a lot of people know about his first idol. No one knows about the second idol. Hopefully he can keep it a secret.
Oh, gosh.
I don't trust that, but that's a good thing for him.
Which reminds me, in the beginning when they're about to be evacuated, Carl is the one that reads the note, and at first you just see him opening and he's like, I've got something to read, and I was like,
thought he was reading the idol modifier thing.
I was like, wait, what are you doing?
Don't stop, no.
And then he was like, we have to be evacuated, and I was like,
I thought the same thing.
I was like, oh, okay, he's not an idiot.
Fine.
Great, okay. I was like, oh, he just sat down at camp and was like, let me let you guys know.
Story time, yeah.
Okay, that did not happen. Okay, great. Okay, well, sad to see Natalie go, but I get it.
She had to go.
But it's so interesting that the Goliaths have lost their number advantage.
That's right. Now it's even.
Even!
Yeah, so it's even David's Goliaths. So it's going to get interesting now.
Does it even matter? They went to 3 tribes so early.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Let's
matters.
just drop the theme and like play Survivor.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We're not there. We're not on the island.
We're not there yet.
You guys, what do you think about losing Natalie? What do you think about Dan's second idol? The Brochahos?
Let us know your thoughts and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.